Even though I never liked Jordan Klepper while he was here, I'm contractually obligated to have him back to talk about his new show. So please welcome my best friend, Jordan Klepper! Welcome back, Jordan. Welcome back, Jordan.
Never liked.
No, man, that's just me being honest. Welcome back to the show. Dude, we miss you.
Do
I
you?
just say we miss you on the show. Are you kidding me? How have you been?
I've been good. I miss coming on the show.
Like, I 1 minute Jordan Klepper was on the Daily Show. Then Jordan Klepper was doing a talk show where you were playing a character, like a right-wing character.
Yes.
And then you stopped doing that, and now you're doing another show. What changed?
What? Well, I think you just explained it. I mean, I was doing a show. Do you need me to explain it back to you? Is that what it is?
No.
I was doing the Daily Show, and then I did another show where I was playing a right-wing character, and then now I'm doing another show where I'm out into the field.
Yeah, but I'm saying, why aren't you playing a right-wing character anymore?
Well, because the network thought I'd be better, because 11:30 is really crowded, Trevor.
There's like 50 shows. That's
There's
what
like
it is.
50 shows
So
now.
now you're moving earlier to have more fun.
I'm moving earlier to have more fun. Honestly, so for the last like 8 months, I've been trying to keep you updated, but you won't return my calls.
I do texts.
Yeah, you won't return my texts either. But I'm not here to complain about that.
I feel like you are.
I mean, a little bit. But I've been out in the world. Like we had the opportunity to go do a show that was about stories that don't get told out in real America. And we hear a lot about real America. What is real America? What do they care about? They care about a lot of shit. And it's not just what happens at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yes.
And so for the last 8 months, I've been out there in the field talking to people.
I was worried about you, though, because I saw you doing this new show, and then the next thing I saw a headline says Jordan Klepper arrested.
Yes.
And then I was like, damn, so you lose a father figure, and now you turn to a life of crime. Why were you arrested?
This is because you won't return my text messages.
But no, Jordan, you were seriously arrested.
I was earnestly arrested. I think what ended up happening is we've been following activist movements.
Right.
And there's an amazing group in Atlanta, Georgia called Freedom University, and it's a bunch of undocumented students and DACA students who can't attend public colleges. And it's because the Board of Regents down there won't let them.
Right.
Georgia's one of the hardest lockdowns on immigration policy altogether. And so I was down there and I was learning about this program, Freedom University. And myself and pastors and other teachers went to a Board of Regents meeting and we stood up and we protested. And when you do that in the South, they arrest you.
Was this your first time getting arrested?
It was my first time getting arrested. And you know how they joke about how they'll strip search you and they'll cough to see if something falls out of your anus? It's not a joke. That's what they do. Like right off the bat, you walk in there, I'm like, they're gonna warm up to me. It's gonna be another you go in this line and I watch other people go in, drop it, cough, and cough twice to see if something falls out of your anus, which to me must be industry standard. Because everybody they ask, 2 coughs. 2 coughs, if you pass the 2 coughs, you go. Which if I go back and I wanna bring something in, just practice for a few months. If you can get past the 2 cough threshold, you can get anything in jail.
Oh, man.
And then I spent 12 hours surrounded by faith leaders, other people who were there in general population. And then about 4 hours in, somebody comes in, they're like, do you have a TV show? And I'm like, I want to stay here with everybody. I want to stay here with everybody. Like, no, I'm told, they're telling me, my boss says you have a TV show, we need to put you in a separate cell. And I'm like, I don't want to go. They take me anyway, they put me in a separate cell. And I'm like, all right, this is what happens. I'm a little bit famous. I've been on television. I'll be in the separate cell. About 30 minutes later, they come back in. They're like, you're fine. Go back into general population. So, I'm famous, but I'm not that famous.
Well, can I tell you, I've had the privilege of seeing a few episodes of the show.
Yeah.
And what I genuinely love is it is a new take on what people love seeing you do, and that is Jordan Klepper is a legend at going out and talking to people. You've brought us a few clips.
I got some clips. Do you want to see me get attacked in the real world?
Yeah, that's what I dream of.
I know, I thought you would.
That's why I pay people.
If you like to see me hurt, you're gonna love this. Let me show you something. Our first episode, I go down and I follow a group of veterans who are battling PTSD, and they do it by professional wrestling.
Okay.
And so they invited me in the ring to learn a little bit about professional wrestling. If you want to roll that wrestling clip.
One of the things with pro wrestlers is chops. It's just open hand slap. It depends if you want to do, backhand up or forehand down. You just right down the opponent's chest.
No.
Show him.
No.
Oh!
It does hurt.
It's just a chop.
I don't care what you call it. It hurt. It's a thing where I call the police. It's an assault.
Yeah, I thought this was all supposed to be fake.
Yeah, no. You can tell, I have a comedic register that I play in, and I also have an authentic squeal, and what you hear there is the authentic squeal.
I'm genuinely gonna be your #1 fan. Is this like you get hurt all the time? Is this
It pretty much is. This is what Comedy Central is like. If you could get arrested or hurt, I also got into the bayou and I sunk in a boat with a group of protesters.
Yes.
So I was basically in the bayou with a bunch of alligators hiding from the police for half a day as
Wait,
well.
what was the story? What were you there for?
Well, the story was me, Trevor. But in the grand scheme of things, there were pipeline protesters who were trying to stop the building of the pipeline down there. And that's what the purpose of the show was me to see. There are a lot of people who are fighting in America, who are on the front lines, who are trying to make something happen. And I wanted to see what that looked like. So I went down there. We woke up bright and early, 2 a.m. They have to literally drive an hour and a half to get to the water and then an hour on the boat up the bayou to try to get to where the pipeline is so they can get on land and lock themselves to the pipe. And as we get going there, a police boat chases us, causes a wake, and the boat goes under. And we literally, us, $15,000 worth of equipment and a bunch of protesters find ourselves swimming to the shore and then literally picking up the camera. And we are, I think the word is, I have a clip of that if you like to see it.
This is too much joy. Let's see Jordan. Let's see Jordan, please.
So we just capsized. So what the is happening?
So, basically,
Okay.
shit happens.
Yeah.
And we were in the boat. I think what happened was the police boat was making some circles, created some big waves, and it basically sunk our boat.
Yeah. The good thing, you can tell it's authentic because for the next 6 hours, I don't try to make any jokes. I just bitch to my cameraman about why I'm not behind a desk anymore.
Let me ask you this. I remember when you told me what the new show was going to be. And like, I'm on the road. I'm meeting the people. I was like, how many times did you regret that decision? Because I mean, this is pretty sweet. You have to admit. Huh? Look at this. We have lights. We have air conditioning.
This is pretty nice.
We have wonderful people here joining us every day. You're in a bayou sinking.
I've seen your apartment as well, and it looks nothing like a La Quinta Inn in Killeen, Texas.
I'm having a good time, my friend. Did you regret it, or did it connect you more with like issues that are taking place in America?
I'll regret it. No, I think honestly it was moving. Like to go out there and see people. Like here's the deal: is no matter what side of the aisle you are, you probably look at what's happening in America today and you want it to change for the better, whatever that perspective is. And I think it was refreshing to go out there and to see people who were trying to change something. And so that was inspiring to see. I love being out there. I love being with people. Although there was this ennui that set in after a month or so, and I realized, like, after getting to the Daily Show and the opposition, I was like, what do I miss? It's like, oh, every day I would wake up and walk into a room full of really smart people. We'd craft a take. We'd write some jokes. The jokes would be given to me. Makeup would be put on. I'd be put on a suit. The lighting would make me look attractive and not gawkish. And then I'd be put in front of an audience of 150 people, and I'd read those jokes, and they'd be told to laugh at those jokes. And I would feel good at the end of the day. And in the bottom of the bayou, while the police boats are going by and we're ducking, I'm thinking, I miss that. I want to show you one more clip. Can I show you
what do you have?
Clip?
What do you have? More pain?
More pain? I've covered the gun issue a ton.
Yes, this is a big cause that you are really passionate about.
Yes,
is guns in America.
Guns in America, and I wanted to embed with people who had a perspective outside of my own, and so I traveled with the Open Carry Texas group down in Texas, and spent time with them to see their cause, and we went to an actual parade in Texas, and to be quite honest, I was a little shocked by the types of people who were carrying those guns. I'll show you right now. What are you carrying?
I don't know the specific number. I know it's an AR. I believe it's an AR-15.
It's an AR-15. Do you like open and carrying?
Yes.
Why is that?
It's just like I feel responsible for protecting others because I'm the one that could provide protection with the gun.
That's a lot of responsibility for you. You're 13.
Yeah.
Is that good for you guys? A 13-year-old carrying an AR-15?
He's probably a better shot than I am. Well, that's not true. Not many people are better shots than I am.
They used to draft 13-year-olds to go play war games. They used to draft.
Yeah, in your time. I think you're stuck in the past.
Oh man! Oh man! That's one of those moments where I'm like, you properly use the fact that you're white, because I wouldn't make that joke to a guy holding a gun.
Those are my people.
Yeah.
People holding a musket, clinging to the past. I know them.
Let me ask you this. Because you're out there talking to these people, is there anything they said that changed your mind? Is there anything that we'll watch on the show where we go, I never saw it like that?
I mean, I think, like, you spend enough time with people and you realize, like, you know, we often see the snapshot.
Yeah.
We see that one thing that we're outraged by. Even guys carrying guns, it's like, oh, you're clinging to your guns, you're injecting fear into a situation. And I do believe that. I disagree with them politically, but you spend more time with any group of people, and you realize they're doing that because they want to better this country.
Yes.
And I think it's eye-opening. I sat down with folks who are pushing back against immigration issues, again, who I don't agree with, but like, you spend time, you have beer, and you understand a lot of people are dealing with the same problems. They're just dealing with it in different ways. And I think if you give them space to make that point of view, then you can't just throw the baby out with the bathwater and disregard the point of view that they bring to the table.
And I think alcohol makes us friendlier. So
Well,
I mean,
I
that's
think
why
that
the beer helps.
The beer is so important.
Yeah, that's like a big thing. Before I let you go, one of the moments that went viral recently was you sat down with Hillary Clinton and you got her to read the Mueller report.
I did.
When I watched the clip, she genuinely looked like she was having the time of her life. Was she enjoying it as much as it looked like?
100%. I think there was something really cathartic for her. Like, I brought the Mueller report, and I knew I would ask her if she wanted to read it. And we found somebody who was trying to get her to read the audiobook of the Mueller report, and so we put it in front of her, and she jumped on it. And I think it is true. Like, that thing is half full of things she was warning people about 18 months ago.
Right.
And I think for her to read that and to get the catharsis of telling people, like, it's here in writing is important. I also think the fact that somebody is reading it and also that that's seen as a threat to some people. Like,
Yes.
did you hear what Hillary Clinton did? She read the Mueller report.
People are offended by that.
Yeah, they're like, I can't believe it. People are reading nowadays. Unbelievable.
Well, dude, you know what? I'm excited for the show because this is you doing what you do best, but it's got a lot of heart, it's funny at the same time, and most importantly, it involves you suffering a shit ton. So, thank you, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
Jordan's new show kicks off May 9th at 10:30 p.m. on Comedy Central, so be sure to tune in.